quarantine, and one of our friends made us this delicious brew, so we're gonna have a couple sips.
We have to tell who made it.
John, who is our trusty member at the morning, made us this really delicious brew, so we're gonna have some of that while we make some beef ramen. This dish, I made it yesterday. It's really delicious. It does have quite a bit of ingredients, but once you get it together and you do your mise en place, which is getting all of your mess in place, it's really easy to do. Sarah's going to help me at the grill so we can get that going. But we are going to start with a little bit of oil in the pan and some onion. I diced some onion up. She's going to get that going, get that nice and fragrant.
Thanks, Chef.
For the sake of TV and video, I went ahead and cooked off the beef. Today I'm actually going to use a ground pork, but you can use pork, you can use beef, you can use chicken. I made a vegetarian version yesterday for my daughter, which I just used some Shitake mushrooms. You can use anything you want in this. So once you get the beef, once you get the onions going in the pan, we're going to add the ground beef. The ground beef is going to have the garlic. It's going to have some ginger. It's going to have cinnamon, just a tiny bit of cinnamon. I was a little worried about that flavoring, but it actually just brought it all together. It was really, really nice. Some black pepper. I'm just going to add that there, and she's going to put that in the pan and start sauteing it together. After that, we're going to let that go for just a little bit. The sauce that's going to go with it is soy sauce, rice wine vinegar. This calls for a fish sauce, which I don't have, but that's okay. It's an optional thing anyway. Some honey. We will have all the ingredients listed for you. I'm going to use that chili pepper that we used earlier. You can do all kinds of different things. I'm just going to add a little bit of the chili to give it some flavor. I'm going to add a little bit of hot sauce just to give it that little bit of punch. We're going to mix that all up. During this, you are going to have a pot of really salty water boiling, and you're going to add the ramen. Today we're using a fresh ramen that we got at Li Ming's, but I went out and bought just the regular ramen packets and just used the noodle part. I bought 6, and it was enough to have dinner for 2 plus the vegetarian, and there's plenty of leftovers for today. It's really good cold. So we have already cooked off the ramen noodle, but we've saved some of the water so that you can add to the sauce. Once you get this going, you are going to throw that sauce, the soy sauce, the rice wine vinegar, that kind of stuff in there, and a little bit of the ramen noodle salt water.
Smells good.
Go ahead and add that. This ramen is really nice. It's very similar to spaghetti. If you don't want to use ramen, you can use spaghetti. If you do use the packet, the dry stuff, just be aware that it is made in a factory that has shellfish. It is not. It has a lot of allergies. So if you have any shellfish allergies, you do not want to use that package. But this is a beautiful product. You can use regular spaghetti noodles. You could use any kind of noodle, really. We're going to let that cook for just a few minutes. And
What other meats could I put in this?
You could do ground chicken, you could do sliced chicken, you could do tofu, you could use any kind of vegetable. The recipe that I found said that you could use like a really finely chopped cauliflower. I did it with shiitake mushrooms. You could do it any kind of way. These recipes are always very easy to kind of mix and match if you don't have something, or if you have something. You can also use a dry ginger with it if you don't have fresh ginger. But hopefully you've figured out how to save some of that ginger that's in the freezer. So we're going to let that go, and then we're going to add the noodles, and we're going to toss it all together. all the noodles. All the noodles go into the bowl. Once those go in, you're gonna add some butter. This is really going to pull this all together, and you're gonna add some cilantro. The butter is going to make this sauce really rich, and it's going to give that really, really nice bite to that noodle and give it some silkiness.
Could I add other vegetables to this dish?
You could use some carrots. You could do some snow peas. I cut up some julienne snow peas and added that in the end. It was so delicious. Once Sarah mixes this up, we'll just bring it over here. We'll garnish it in the pan because we don't have a big enough tray for it.
Let me get all the good stuff on the top.
But it's a super easy recipe. I really think that you guys will enjoy it. It is really versatile. You can add any kind of protein you want to it. You could make it without the protein. You could just do it as a side. Definitely get some of that chili sauce to it. It's so good. Make sure you have the types of things to add for a garnish. But here is what it looks like when it's done. It's quite beautiful. We're gonna add some sliced green onions to the top. We're gonna add some julienne carrots just to give it a little bit of color. We also have some peanuts. If you don't want to use peanuts, you can use any kind of nut, any kind of seed to give it a little bit of texture. But that's it. That's all you can have to do. It's really good. It's great if you just make it ahead of time and let it sit. It doesn't have to be super hot, and it can be served cold the next day. So I hope you enjoy. Recipe will follow. If you have any questions, just let us know. Thanks.
Bye, guys.